Hi, welcome back to my channel. Before I get into the rest of the video, I just want to say thank you. I just hit 200 subscribers, which I know isn't a lot compared to some other people, but that's still kind of crazy to me. So thank you to everyone who saw that last video and stuck around. I really appreciate it. Haha, 200 subscribers. I really thought that would be the new number. Thank you for, let me refresh the page. Thank you for 669 subscribers. It's a little overwhelming, but thank you. I don't even really have words for this. This has been a week filled with a lot of dopamine hits, so thank you for that. I got a haircut and I asked for a little off the top, and I think he heard leave me a little on the top. So now I look like one of the kids from Family Circus. Also, now that it is officially midnight on February 18th, it's my birthday. Happy birthday to me. I'm 23. So if you're gonna unsubscribe, do it after the next video. Don't do it on my birthday, okay? Come on, it's my birthday. Thank you. Okay, back to the rest of the video. Brands. Everyone's favorite part of cruising the information superhighway. I love when I'm surfing the web and I see the Twitter account of a fast food chain talking to a type of cookie and the concept of milk. Or when a thinly sliced steak brand talks about capitalism collapsing while participating in the benefits of capitalism. That's great. And every brand has their target audience. You know, Nickelodeon is for kids, Jack in the Box is for stoners, Peloton is for hot moms who I would risk it all for. But today I want to talk about brands that are for the boys. Sorry, ladies and NBs. This one's for the manly men. Like me. When I talk about men in this video, I'm talking about cis straight men because most cis straight men have not explored their gender identity or expression or sexuality or anything like that. Gay and trans men tend to have a better understanding of what masculinity and being a man means to them than cis straight dudes do. This is the one time I will be uninclusive, but I'm actually going to be making fun of these brands and their ads and the dudes who they're trying to target, so I think it's okay. When talking about men's brands, I feel like there are two distinct qualities that determine a brand's identity in the male space. And with those two qualities, we get this graph with masculinity on the x-axis and irony on the Y. I feel like maybe I should have put degree of comedy on the Y instead of irony, but I wrote it in Sharpie already, so it's too late. It doesn't go from feminine to masculine on the x-axis. It goes from barely masculine to hyper masculine because these are about the nebulous male space, whatever the hell that means. This gives us 4 quadrants. Wow, I love math. Quadrant 1, not very masculine, unironic. I call this one the bland brand quadrant. Dove for Men is one of the most quintessential brands to go here. It's definitely for men, because it says it's for men, but it's not super ultra manly. It's gonna be in a black bottle or something with a metallic sheen. But other than that, it's just a product. Same with Hero detergent, which I would argue is even less masculine because it doesn't say the words for men on the packaging. Another good example is 5 Minute Repair, which is the 5 Minute Crafts channel for men. So let's watch some 5 Minute Crafts for men, huh? Shall we? Using just my chainsaw and WD-40, I turned this normal boring chair into a gaming chair with a jetpack. Most of their videos are just regular 5 Minute Crafts, except they use power tools and there's a lot more woodworking. Wow, that one works great and definitely causes no mess. Is your hammer absolutely covered in shit? Well, then put the sponge against the wall and all the shit will get on the sponge instead of on your wall. Or then the sponge will absorb the mess and you'll never see it ever again. I'd say like 5 of these are just take some sort of a brush, put it onto a power drill, and now you could clean so fast. And another 5 are, hey, did you know that nails and screws are magnetic? And I did know that. And way too many of these involve welding, which just means it's not a 5-minute craft. There's not too much more to say about these brands because they're pretty safe and boring. That's why they're in the bland brand quadrant. Not very masculine, but ironic. Nothing really goes here because irony requires you to set up expectations in order to deliberately subvert them. If there isn't a clear expectation set up, you can't really do that. If you put a gun to my head and said, Harry, something has to go in this quadrant, I would say, that's not very nice, and it's not my favorite thing to have happened today. But ultimately, I would end up putting Steakum. Their brand on Twitter is very existential. That tweet that I showed earlier about the fall of capitalism was from the Steakum Twitter account. And steak is a masculine food, but like, again, nothing really goes here. So we don't need to worry about this quadrant. Hyper masculine, but ironic. This is the Old Spice quadrant, named after the men's hygiene brand Old Spice. When those OG Old Spice ads came out with,
"Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me."
They really popped off there. It was a huge moment for the brand. Funny commercials sell product. A lot of other brands have chased this identity since then. Liquid Death, Dollar Shave Club, Trojans even got some skin in the game there. It's a little penis joke. Mountain Dew has moved over this way, especially with those ads from Tyler, the Creator, about a decade ago.
Mountain Dew?
I don't want it.
It's ice cold.
I don't want it.
Oh!
I don't want it. You get out of it.
You're a nasty goat!
Nasty.
They're all focused in being comedically masculine in some way to get you to like their brand, but that can lead to some issues. The brands can vary with how ironic they are from ad to ad. Sometimes the Old Spice ads are just straight up masculine, and that's not really very funny. The other thing is, if you're not a fan of the brand of comedy that a brand is doing, it can get very old very fast. This is how I feel about the Dr. Squatch ads where they go, "Your soap can kiss my ass. It sucks."
The soap you shower with? It's you probably haven't even questioned what bar soap you lather up with.
Well, I bought it because I thought it was good. Do I suck? Corporate comedy isn't my favorite thing because it's motivated by wanting to get the viewer to buy something, unlike stand-up comedy, which is motivated by fragile egos and the lack of affection from a parent. And finally, hypermasculine, unironic. These are the cream of the crop. The brands for the boys. The brands for people who are actually the most fragile in their masculinity. Some notable brands in this quadrant: Monster Energy, Bass Pro Shops, Barstool Sports. I'd say it's a pretty even distribution of brands that fall between the bland brands, the For the Boys, and the Old Spice quadrant. But the ones in the For the Boys quadrant are so funny and not on purpose. Let's start with one of the worst offenders, Black Rifle Coffee. This is the brand that made me want to make this video. They sell coffee and the belief that America is the greatest nation on God's green earth. In 2017, when President Trump signed the Muslim ban, which also prevented a lot of refugees from coming into the country, remember that? Starbucks pledged to hire 10,000 refugees as their way of combating that. And in response, Black Rifle Coffee pledged to hire 10,000 veterans. So far, they have 550 employees total. So, a little off the mark, but they're making progress. At this rate, they will reach that 10,000 goal in 2117. If they only hired veterans, but only half of their staff is veterans, reservists, and military spouses. So even if they only hired veterans to that half of their staff, they would reach the goal in 2212, when President Tucker Carlson VI rules over the seas of America in Waterworld style. Some of their roasts include Freedom Fuel, Freedom Roast, which is different, they're two different ones, AK Espresso, Silencer Smooth, Coffee or Die, Beaver Destroyer. Yo, that's sick. If there's one thing I want my coffee to remind me of, it is the absolute obliteration of my wife's vagina. Of course, there's a Thin Blue Line Roast, and they're endorsed by Donald Trump Jr. All of this over coffee. And I bet there are dudes who are really into Black Rifle coffee. They drink it every morning. And they'll make fun of white women for liking pumpkin spice lattes when they're the same person, just on opposite sides of the gender spectrum. All right, let's actually watch one of their ads.
A lot of people call my videos offensive. Well, fuck you.
Why didn't his shirt come off too? Man.
People ask us why we have so many guns. I just tell them, how about over 200 years of freedom, bitch? Here at Black Rifle Coffee Company, we have a coffee club, which means you spend less time ordering and more time doing what you love. No look! And I actually hit that. Instead of worrying about microaggressions and what bathroom I'm gonna use, I believe it's important to support the people that actually serve our country. Christmas! I ain't afraid of no fire! Unlike your competitors who just rebag other people's coffee, we roast ours right here in-house. Evan!
Fresh roasted freedom.
I've heard people say patriotism is racism. Well, as a veteran-owned company, we give zero fucks about your opinion.
If you're keeping score like I was, guns just barely beat out American flags 13-11. It was a close one though. Love that the only women in the video are just there to be boobs. Love that I get called a bitch and told fuck you. Love that this guy clearly would rather be anywhere else than in this video. Great stuff. The main guy in that video, Matt Best, is one of the co-founders of Black Rifle Coffee, and he's in a lot of their ads. I don't know where he got his accent.
We roast ours right here in-house.
That's what this show is for. If it's like the core four and we consider you one of them because you're a friend of ours.
Considering he was born in El Paso and raised in Santa Barbara. Is he faking it to sound more Midwestern and folksy? Was he actually born in Canada? I don't know. I doubt we ever will. He also went to college and got his degree in liberal arts. So that's mildly funny. Let's watch another ad.
This is Alpha Team. Target building is clear.
So in this one, they're conducting a tactical raid on a Bass Pro Shops in order to get some coffee. I wish it was the Bass Pro Shops pyramid, but I guess I can't have it all. But uh-oh, everybody else wants that sweet, sweet coffee too.
It's an ambush! Go, 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 go!
This whole thing just feels like Chris Pratt's wet dream. Like it's very technically proficient and well made, and it's all about well-paid white guys getting to do cool punches.
That was impressive.
Protect the face! Protect the face!
So they kick him down the stairs like this, and he lands like this, and then he rolls down the stairs like this? Okay, sure.
Johnny Morris has done an incredible job with this place. This place is amazing.
Yeah, he really has.
Guys, time out. We need to pause our own commercial to take a little time to stroke the ego of the billionaire fish who owns Bass Pro Shops.
Put him in here!
I don't think he's gonna fit. I'll be honest, I think that's too small.
Did you find everything okay?
Yeah.
They started the raid at night. It was completely dark in the building when they got there. But there's still a cashier at the register.
Have a great day.
Yeah.
Black Rifle Coffee. Available at your local Bass Pro Shop Cabela's, online at basspro.com, and as always, at blackriflecoffee.com.
Significantly less gunfire in this one. I think that the big fish in charge of Bass Pro Shops is like, hey guys, love what you do. If you could not discharge any firearms, that would be great. We don't want to encourage people doing that in our stores. Also, the feral children, that's hilarious. Great stuff. Okay, this next one is not technically an ad for the company, but Matt Best has his own YouTube channel where he uploads a lot of videos about the company. And on this channel, there are not one, but 6 rap battle music videos. And in a lot of them, he's rapping for both sides, and I need to share it with somebody.
Hey guys, so Sarah and I were talking about having things in common, and we decided to play the Step Brothers game. Favorite alcoholic beverage? Jameson. Nice. Favorite planet in the solar system? Jupiter. Mars is an asshole. Favorite special operations unit? Army Rangers. What?
Navy SEALs.
Army Rangers? There's only one way to solve this.
There is only one way to solve this.
Rap battle.
And it is through a rap battle. Thank goodness. Praise be.
With operation so black that an Oreo cookie looks all vanilla. One Ranger, one SEAL, one battle. Begin!
Sick with the rap when I bring my flow. I'm spitting faster than your girl getting off with my photo.
Sick with the rap when I bring the flow. Every single line is rapped with the cadence of, yo, my name is Harry, and I'm here to say, here's a topical line about the news of the day.
And every girl dying just to give me hugs soon as I step out of my motherfucking class. Bud, see, Aaron, man, I've got years of training. I ball so hard they call me Peyton Manning.
You can't take the G out of training and then try to flip that and rhyme it with Manning. Like, you gotta... I know it's a little less cool, a little less hip-hop to say training, but trainin' and Manning don't rhyme. They just don't.
I got my perfect push-up and my TRX band, drinking frog fuel, cause I'm the motherfucking man. Operator as fuck, hashtag my nation.
Do they really call themselves oafs? Alright.
Dick so big it needs its own station.
This man is a multimillionaire now. Good for him. I could talk about just this one company forever. There is so much there. Did you know there's a Black Rifle Coffee podcast?
Is it hard, and I don't mean this in a negative way, like, I like animals more than people. So, like, if being in the military and having to do some of the things in my past never bothered me, but if I had to, like, euthanize dogs, I guess it's for their well-being.
Did you say euthanize?
Yeah, is that...
Youth.
Youth?
That's like a euphemism, is what you were saying. But
how do you say it?
Euthanize.
Euthanize.
But it's the English language. It's not spelled like that. There's no TH in that word.
Oh,
but it's
okay. Like the silent K's?
No,
okay.
It's the TH.
It is?
And a Black Rifle Coffee magazine. Not like a gun mag, but like a paper magazine. And they're covering the ongoing tension in Ukraine. What can't they do? Introducing Black Rifle Coffee toilet paper, because coffee keeps you regular. And the new Black Rifle Coffee steel-hardened bread. It's a biscotti. We're back to the graph. Also in this quadrant is War Paint. War Paint is a men's makeup brand. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with men who want to wear makeup. I've done it before. It's fun. More and more men are doing it. I'm glad that it's becoming more normalized. It's just funny to take things like concealer and foundation and go, nah, this ain't makeup. This here is war paint. It's in a black bottle, so that way I'm still manly when I beat my face. You never really get to see the dude's face with the makeup on, and that is a constant throughout all of their ads. But I was under the impression that the point of makeup was for people to see your face with the makeup on it. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I thought that's what the point was. Any women's makeup brand could never get away with this. Chanel would not hear the end of it if they showed an ad where it's just like seeing the makeup but not what it actually looks like on the person's face. Since I introduced you to one of the people behind Black Rifle Coffee, I think it's only fair to introduce you to the person behind Warpaint, Danny Gray.
My name is Danny Gray, and I'm founder of Warpaint for Men.
Oh, he's British. Bet you weren't expecting that, were ya?
Warpaint for Men is a men's makeup brand designed specifically for a male audience, and the main aim for me is to change the whole thinking around men's makeup. It started 20 years ago. I got bullied in middle school due to my appearance, so my ears were right angles to my head, and that couple of moments of bullying affected me for the rest of my life.
I don't want to seem like I'm defending the bullies, and I don't think I am. But if 20 years ago you would have had Warpaint as a brand, as something you could have purchased, if you put makeup, that's not going to change the way your ears look. Your ears will still be attached to your head in the same way.
This playground here, the two of the boys, out of nowhere, they just started taking mick out my ears. I'm there now, and I was 11 years old. That second changed my life forever.
And that's when I knew the only way to get them from making fun of me ears was to make a men's makeup brand.
So I've been wearing makeup for the last 20 years, but the things I couldn't find was one, that brand related to me as a man, and two, somewhere I could go and buy it in confidence. And those are the reasons that I founded Warpaint for Men.
I want to be able to wear makeup, but I don't want anyone to know that I'm wearing makeup. You know, because then they'll bully me for wearing makeup.
So at the start of Warpaint, we had some lovers, but we definitely had some haters. We took massive bullets as a brand. There's going to be absolutely nothing that stands in our way, breaking down the stereotype and making it the norm.
If you want to break down the stereotype and make it the norm, why do you also want it to be a place where people can buy it in secret? Because that keeps it with the stereotype that men don't wear makeup, and it keeps it as not being the norm.
Since then, men's makeup has been mentioned all over the world. Press articles, news articles, television, and Warpaint have been right in the heart of it.
Were you? Warpaint launched in 2018, which is the same year that James Charles hit 10 million subscribers on YouTube, and Bretman Rock was named to Forbes' 30 Under 30 Asia. I don't know that you were at the heart of the conversation so much as you were capitalizing on where things were already heading. Also in 2017, there was a Broadway musical starring Patti LuPone and Christine Ebersole called Warpaint, which is about women in the cosmetics industry. And I just think that it would be funny to find someone Googling Warpaint, expecting to see some manly makeup, and instead they see this. Here's the very first ad that's still up on their YouTube channel. I'm just gonna play it, but you have to promise not to laugh, okay? It's very serious. This is funnier than anything I will ever make. The black and white filter, pulling away from the knocked over bottle like it's a dead body. The slow motion of the bottle in the rain that's clearly done in post because the footage looks all choppy. It's perfection. Warpaint is clearly a brand where you're not meant to notice the makeup, right? It's just there to serve as a little enhancement, you know, cover up blemishes or shave bumps, make your skin look highlighted and radiant, but not oily, you know, that sort of a thing. So calling that product a product based on subtlety, Warpaint, which is meant to be noticed and highly visible, shows just a Fox News level of lack of self-awareness. Also, Fenty Beauty does the exact same thing way better and doesn't use the black labels or the minimalist design or write for men on their product. I was going to finish off this video with a collection of commercials for Axe body spray, but they are literally all just a dude sprays himself with Axe and then all of the women in the area want to fuck him. That's all of their ads. they were probably all made by the same ad agency. And it's kind of a little impressive how many times they were able to pitch the same idea and get paid to make it.
Axe deodorant body spray. What exactly are you guys looking for?
Yeah, all of this is just catering to the male gaze like it's a Queer Eye rap party. I think everyone likes having their gender affirmed, whether it's through surgery or the clothes you wear or your hairstyle or whatever it may be. Everyone likes feeling like the gender that they are, right? And in my experience, cis straight men tend to be the ones to say things like there's only two genders and claim that gender is a binary when it's not, and say that there's no spectrum there when there is. And those same people are the ones who need every product in their life to tell them, hey, don't worry, you're a man. You bought your thing from me, which means you're a man. Don't worry, you don't have to think about anything else. Just know, because you bought soap that looks like nuts and bolts, you're a man. Don't even worry about any other thoughts in your head. You're a man. It's the ones who are the least secure in their masculinity who buy the stuff over and over again that tells them, hey, don't worry. You got a cock and balls. You're a dude. Well, that's just not the case. I'm a cis straight dude. But, you know, I've thought about my gender a lot. And I'm only cis because I truly do feel that way. And not because of what's dangling betwixt my legs. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you watching. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like or subscribing, I would really appreciate that too. Thank you for the love on that last video. Very happy that people are enjoying it, and I'm very happy that it's brought a lot of new people to my channel. So I hope you'll stick around. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Sick with the wah when I bring the wahoo.